willing, dealing, yeah, they got me for that for sure. You know what I'm
And
saying?
so like this person that you were close to kind of snitched on you, or
It's
like,
it's my cousin. Like there was somebody.
man.
If you know, it fucked me up because it's somebody I look up to. You know what I mean? That was like my favorite cousin. He was older than me. You know, when he got his haircut, I wanted my haircut like that. When he got shoes, I wanted them shoes. And knowing that you looked up to somebody like that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man.
that's damn near like that shit hurt for real. You feel me? Like
when you were like working together and spending time with each other, did you ever sense like, hey, something's kind of up with
nah, cause like I said, it go back to like I know I want to do you like that, so I ain't expecting you to do me like that. But I had all the signs and symbols on my face. I just ain't catch it. You know what I'm saying?
What were like the signs that you were?
It
you
was
really
just like
realized?
he was there at the right time, he was there at the right place at the wrong times all the time. It was a situation when I was like 15, 16. I was going to the store. He was outside the gas station, the store at the corner of my house where I stay at. He was outside the gas station bumping his music, just sitting out there with his little brother. When I walk up, I'm like, man, what you doing out here just chilling? Listen, you don't need to be doing this. While I'm talking to him, the SWAT truck and the police literally riding past us. And I'm like, damn, they about to smack somebody's shit. You know what he told me? He said, man, they about to smack your shit. I'm like, I ain't even cranking like that. Sure enough, they stopped right in front of my spot. You feel me? Where me and my mom and my little brother lay their head at and raided it. I watched the whole thing, like them running there and everything. And I should have caught on right there for real, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But when I caught that case and I was showing my paperwork to somebody and they pointed out his name in the top right corner, it all clicked to me like, damn, this was behind everything. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus, though, bro.
Yeah, what it was.
That day, how the hell did you not know that day, though, bro?
Like,
because you were that close with him. It's like
that
you were
close, but it's like, nah, he ain't doing me like this. I'm thinking I served the wrong person. Like, nah, he put them people on me. You feel me? He could have did that to anybody in the world.
So why was he like Like, I don't understand what does he get out of it? Like, was he? Did they catch him early? And
he had caught a case. Yep, he had caught a case, and for him to stay out of jail, you had to do.
So he was an informant.
Yeah, he was an informant for sure.
For you. So that's what the police did. The police picked him up for something, and then they're like, okay, we're going to have you inform on your cousin.
Yeah.
And then he was just tracking you the entire time.
I think he probably like threw it out there because I wasn't really like it was a lot going on though at that time. I ain't gonna lie. It was like we was beefing with another hood, and shit was serious at that time. But like, I don't know if they threw my name out there to him or he threw my name out there to him. Either way it go, he made it happen though for him though.
Do you remember the day the day that it all happened where like they caught up with you?
Nah, I don't. No, I don't.
Like the day you got arrested? Like you don't remember?
No, I just remember I went in September 1st, but like to do my time, to start my time, but I don't remember like the day everything happened for real.
What was
like,
the original plea agreement?
The original plea agreement, I had a 924C, which is having a gun while having drugs. So they try to say that you're using your gun to protect your drugs. So that's a mandatory 5 years minimum. And then I had the other just separate what you call it again? It ran concurrent. It ran concurrent, or it was consecutive / however you put it, concurrent. I don't want to mix it up, but another 5 years with just guns. Like I literally got 5 years for having a gun and like a quarter ounce of weed. You know what I'm saying? So that was me protecting this quarter ounce of weed. That was 5 years off the rip. Wasn't no getting under that, no nothing. That's a mandatory minimum, unless you do some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, I had the other charges. You know what I mean? Because not only was I getting rid of these guns, I know other people who had them, and I'm like, oh, I'm middleman for real. You know what I mean? So everything got middleman. I got charged with that too for real. You feel me?
Did you accept the original plea agreement?
No, hell no. The original plea agreement was 6 years and a day, I think. So there was the 5 for the mandatory minimum, the 924C, and then they was offering me the other year and a day for just the guns. And like in the feds, you could get caught with like 4, 5, 6 guns. It's still only one charge. You know what I mean? So if I knew better, I would have took it. But I didn't take it. So when I didn't take that plea, they came right back with another plea, and that was that 120 months. And I'm like, oh. And not only when they came right back with the other plea, they came right back with the other plea like in 2-3 days. They gave me 24 hours to take that plea or go to trial. Wow. So like I went from could have took 6 years in a day to having to take 120 months, which is 10 years. You feel me? And that I was salty for real. You know what I mean?
I've seen them do that before.
Yeah, that's how they played me.
Like that, we already got enough information, so now you just
like we got you for real. Like you want to play a hard bar, we got you. You go take this. Now you go take this 10 years, or you go to trial. I'm like, oh, if they just did that to me, I know what they gonna do to me in trial. So I
Did you have to
you
do
know
the
what I mean?
full time, or did you get out early?
I had to do the full time for the simple fact that I lost all my good time in jail.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
It's horrible. How were you able to acclimate inside? Was it easy for you, or was it difficult?
It's crazy because I was the youngest one on the compound. You know what I mean? So a lot of people like, man, I'm sure it's like you already did time before and that, and I really didn't. I ain't never did no juvie time or nothing. This was my first time ever catching the case for real. Like no felonies, no nothing. I never sat in the county overnight. I just adapted to my environment so fast, you know what I mean? And like it was some bumps and you know what I mean? It took a minute though for me to really like, you know, but that's where I learned how to be, you know, have honor and respect and be a man for real. Like a lot of stuff I was doing that I thought was cool wasn't cool. So I learned structure in there. I learned how to, you know, move around it and move in there and everything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it made me who I am today for real because it really saved me for real. That's how I feel because a lot of my homies, all of these names on my tattoo, we lost all of them while I was gone or right before I came in. So I got about 16 names on me. You know what I mean?
God.
So
Kind of saved you from being involved in.
I either would have. I felt like I either would have got life in prison or I would have been dead right now. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a tough way to learn, man. But it's when you have to live that lifestyle to make a living for yourself and to survive. It's like
yeah,
it's like you don't got many options.
I had
sometimes.
to do. I was doing what I had to do for real. Man, I was taking care of my little brother at 14. I was buying him school clothes but you know what I'm saying. I was selling drugs at shit 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousins found wind of it and told my granny. My granny told my dad. I was dodging my dad for about a month or 2 months straight. I stopped going to school in the 9th grade. You know what I mean? So I was just, you know.
Did you ever talk to your cousin again after that?
Ain't nothing to talk about though, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you just left it where it was?
Yeah, because like I ain't the only person he did like that. You know what I mean? Like this what he do. You feel me?
When you what's the biggest, like you said, it helped structure you were when you were inside, but was there any moment that really stood out to you during your entire time being inside?
Like what you mean when you say that, the positive or
Yeah,
negative?
but
though?
well, I mean, I don't know way you want to answer it, but like, was there anything that's significant to you that you remember from being inside?
Like
whether it's positive or negative, whatever you.
well, when it really hit me, like when I had up and got transferred and I went to the hole. I started off in Elkton, Ohio. Then I had to go to West Virginia, Gilmore, and my first day there, I got there like on a Wednesday.
Yep.
Like you know what I mean. You got the gang members, and then you got Ohio, and like I was sitting at the table, and we were just eating, and I looked up like motherfucker got up from eating his burger and fries and got to stabbing the nigga right next to him
in the throat or some shit.
Like just on the face, anywhere he could hit him at, and everybody just like act like ain't nothing happened. And you feel me? That was my first time really witnessing something like that. I'm like, damn. So they all got up and everything got to getting spread, and then the tables moving out the way. Now they on the ground. He stabbing. He laying on top of him, stabbing him. The line still moving. Everybody still eating, and they homies is just watching them go. And this went on for like 2-3 minutes.
Oh my god, it's horrific, man. I would have been done right there.
That f***ed me up.
Oh my god.
I don't give a how much a man you is, street nigga you is, bro. Seeing some shit like that, bro. Like you know that shit was crazy, bro. I had a phone the whole time I was there, damn near. You feel me?
I heard like you can actually have a phone now or a tablet now to some degree.
A tablet, but that's listening to music and like we was really jugging though. Like
so, how much did a phone cost inside?
Like before I left, the phones was like $6,500. I got caught with 4 phones. I got caught
$6,500 to get a phone inside prison.
I got caught with 4 phones, bro. So I got caught with like, it's crazy because we had bought a phone. I went half with 2 other people. We paid $6,500 for this phone. A week later, after we bought that phone, the phones were down all the way to $3,500. You know what I mean? So I was renting phones. You know what I'm saying? I was charging by the hour. You know what I mean? Like people that pay $100 for 4 hours. So I was doing like 10 hours a day on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm renting the phone for at least 10 hours, no less than 10 hours a day on the phone every day. You know what I mean? 7 days out the week. So it was good to invest in the phones, but it was also hard to hide it. And I ended up getting caught with all 4 phones on charger, like charging the phones.
How much is that you got?
I was making I was making no less than $200 a day. No less than $200 a day on the phone.
How much did it cost you total for all the phones? Like over $25,000?
For all the phones, I paid $6,500 for one. For that first one, then I paid $30. We ended up paying $3,500, and then the rest of them was like 3,000. So I ended up paying like what,
20 racks on.
like yeah, damn near. You know what I mean? And
is it worth it to have the phones inside?
That made my bed for real. I could FaceTime. I could see my kids. I could be on social media. Like we was sitting there clowning.
How did they catch people? Did they just do a raid in your room and just find them, or do
they got them phone trappers where they put some shit out where they could see with the phone that they come to the building, or you got people who ain't got nothing going on, no motion. They go tell on you. You know what I mean? They got informers. Just like it's just like the streets. You feel me?
What happens if you inform when you're inside? Do you get less time or something, or does it just make it?
Man, I don't know what they get in people. That's what I always wonder. Like, what, like, why though? You feel me? Like, what they giving y'all? So,